I want to talk about J. Cole and a little about the fall off, but first I gotta address the last video I made about the fall off never dropping. Yet it aged like milk instantaneously. I was kinda happy that the album did, however, drop. The fall off was approaching a decade of being foreshadowed. It was announced during KOD. That was forever ago. Lil Pump was still one of the most significant figures in the culture. SNL made a parody of this man. I can guarantee you he did not cross your mind until I brought him up. Why is he significant? Because this song was apparently dissing him and his generation of rappers. So when I say that this album is old, I mean this album is old. Anyways, it came out and everybody listened to it. When I gave it a spin, I liked it, but I had some issues. But the more I pondered, the more it confirmed negative suspicions I had while listening to the album. It was not going to be like Ho dropping Reasonable Doubt last. Bro, Reasonable Doubt is a fucking classic. Okay, it's the best debut in hip hop. With the sole exception of The College Dropout, and Illmatic, and Ready to Die, and The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, and Black on Both Sides, and Mad Villainy, and Wu-Tang's 36 Chambers. Okay, look, the point is, it's the best debut if you exclude everything that is a better debut than it. Yeah, that makes sense, right? The point is, Reasonable Doubt is still miles better than the fall off. I don't know what the hell J. Cole was on, but if I wanted to listen to that kind of shit, I would have just bent down and listened to my own asshole, nigga. J. Cole must have snorted half a country's worth of copium if he thought that this was gonna be received as an instant classic. But the fall off gave me clarity that J. Cole is a weak artist. Are you upset? Are you already typing why I'm actually wrong in the comments? Yeah, you're stupid. Let me explain. J. Cole is a great rapper. He has a great delivery. He has a great flow. He has solid production, but he is a weak artist. And artistry is important in hip hop because rap is a art form above all else. See, the thing about art is it's pioneered by visionaries. J. Cole is not a visionary. After listening to 90s hip hop, I can't help but call J. Cole a watered down version of 90s hip hop. 8 years of hype, all you can give us is a very good album. Very good. I don't think that's good enough, pal. 8 years and this is it? There are people who died to COVID before ever getting the chance to listen to this album, bro. In the last video, I expressed how this album is taking forever and how it's probably not going to be To Pimp a Butterfly, you know, the album that he said was sleepy music. Yeah, but however, he immediately announced the fall off afterwards, so I was like, this is instant karma, which means that I'm probably wrong. You know, I started getting delusional and shit. Like, if I'm wrong about this album probably not dropping, which I thought he was gonna drop something else before the fall off, and he kinda did. He dropped an EP. I thought to myself, no ways. If I'm wrong about this album, then it might be like the second coming of To Pimp a Butterfly. It has been 8 years after all, and well, with this not so heavy heart, I must bear the bad news. I was in fact not wrong, as I'm usually suspected of being. Turns out I was right to feel like this album wasn't gonna come out after waiting 8 years, and the feeling was justified, because the album that I wanted to hear was not this one. The album I wanted to hear after 8 years of hype would be like the second coming of To Pimp a Butterfly. I didn't get that. The feelings were justified, and the album was no second coming of To Pimp a Butterfly, so I was right twice actually. Even when I don't want to be right, nigga, I'm always right. 8 fucking years, nigga. Almost a decade. Children were born 8 years ago. They've grown up into being Jeffrey Epstein's type, but you know, that's not the point. Do I need to remind you? Good Kid Mad City was made in a year. 1 year, nigga. That is great artistry. 8 years of waiting for the fall off, and this is all you have for us? Oh my god, nigga. I should have known it was a bad sign when he compared this album to Jay-Z's second best album. That's your ceiling, nigga. Number 2, not number 1. The Blueprint is better. You should have aimed for that. Also, the Blueprint has Kanye on it, so that's a win in my book. As for the Fall Off, there's too much blows here, and he's doing more singing in this album than he ever has. Although, not as bad as anything you'll find on Might Delete Later, Cough Cough, Fever. It's still back on this album. Yeah. Ooh, do you hear how excited I sound? Yeah, that's how J. Cole sounded on this album. Okay, they say that he sounded way more hungry on this thing. Ooh, he sounds so hungry. He's about to go off. I say go re-listen to the Let Out, nigga. It didn't even click in my mind until the song was about to end that this song was supposed to be hype. Where's the hype, nigga? I can't hear it. Is it supposed to come with that hunger Yo said that he had? Cause it's not here. And for a song like this, J. Cole's tone is too fucking mundane, man. It's too monotone, too monotonous, man. Ooh, we survived the let out. We survived the let out. Why is a song about whether or not you might make it home alive delivered in this tone, J. Cole? Huh? Compare this to Mad City and the performances are night and day. Where's the fucking hunger, Cole? Huh? Where is it, nigga? Put some fucking personality into it. This is lackluster. This performance is just one example. There's plenty more across this album. It's pathetic that a song like Stick invokes more emotion than a song about I could have died potentially. This shit is not the anthem you thought it was, Cole. But I can't talk about this album without bringing up Safety and The Fall Off Is Inevitable, which are like the poster childs for this album, but I'll elaborate on the latter a tad bit later on. Safety reminds me of Ant Diaries, but worse. Also, did you have to say running with the fruity types? Dick in the booty types? Really, nigga? You know there was a point in time where people compared Kendrick and J. Cole, and they used to say, oh yeah, Kendrick got this and that, but J. Cole is the better lyricist. J. Cole is the better lyricist. Really, bro? Dick in the booty types? Like, did you have to arrange these words of the English language in this order? Did you, nigga? Come on, man. Come on, you better than this. As for Safety, this song features a terrible use of boom bap drums. They should not be this fast, okay? The drumming is fine, but it should not be this fast at all. The subject matter here is quite sad, and the beat sounds optimistic. So it's like, are you even sad that this nigga's dead? It doesn't sound that way, bro. You're giving me tonal whiplash. You can't make the song hit as hard as it should with drums like this. Only Hey Ya gets this right, because that's part of that song's artistry. Henceforth, y'all don't want to hear me, y'all just want to dance. And this leads me to talking about the production. Earlier I said that it was solid, and that's the problem. The production is more important than the rapping itself. Setting the tone and atmosphere for your song is significant, and the production is your canvas. You can't just paint on thin air and expect that shit to land anywhere else but the ground. Compare the drumming on a song like For Your Eyes Only and see if that song works or conveys the emotion that it does with faster drumming. The slower drumming makes the song actually convey the emotion much clearer. It helps to enhance the song's artistry, which is weird because why am I telling you this, Cole? You already made that song. You didn't just perfect that on that song, but on that whole album. J. Cole, however, also has a bad tendency of bloating his music. I first noticed this on Apparently. He kind of does this a lot throughout his discography. However, this song in particular tackles how he feels he let his mother down, and his girl too. The production on this song does work, as he tackles how he feels he needs to treat them better, and how he let them down. All of a sudden, out of nowhere for the second verse, he just spazzes and starts rapping about stuff that ruins the song's concept. Mr. quote unquote humble over here, just us rapping about how he has two bad bitches playing on his trombone. Okay, I thought the song was about how you felt you needed to do better and all that other stuff. Nigga, you don't sound sorry at all, do you? Are you really taking time to glaze yourself mid apology? Are you serious? Nigga, who does that? Who the fuck takes time to kiss their own ass in the middle of an apology? Nigga, do you know how this sounds? Okay. Let me give you an example. Mama, I let you down. By the way, I got two bad bitches playing on my meat. You know, we had such a great thing going here, Cole, but you ruined it. You ruined it. I don't care how good you rap, nigga. Rap on a different song. You ruined it. I don't want to hear this now. This was a great piece of art, Cole, but you kind of ruined it. Imagine if the Mona Lisa, instead of just being a portrait of Mona Lisa, just randomly included Da Vinci fucking two bad bitches in the background. Like, nigga, do you have to glaze yourself? Do you have to? Is this really necessary now? This does not contribute to the arts, nigga. This is just filler rap. Why is this here? Why did I bring up apparently? Well, this circles back to a point that I brought up earlier. J. Cole is a great rapper's rapper, but a weak artist, a weak visionary. And this applies to the Fall Off too. There's too much nothing burger shit in this album. Concepts that don't need to be explored. Cole never outgrew Forest Hills Drive. That's all I'm getting from this album. And this is why I believe For Your Eyes Only is his best album. I'm not hearing otherwise. I'm not hearing anybody's excuses about this and that. Because on that album, Cole's bullshit is at its most minimal. J. Cole is the kind of rapper that brags any chance that he gets. If you actually listen to the music, yeah, you'll realize this, that he brags quite a lot actually. Just because the nigga is cosplaying poverty with his Honda and looks like he hasn't showered since 2018 does not mean the nigga is humble, okay? Maybe the nigga just can't dress, okay? Maybe it's just because his taste in fashion is just really horrendous. Maybe it just sucks. And you know what? That's okay, nigga. If you can't dress, that shit doesn't mean you're humble. It just means that you can't dress. There was never a point in time where I've ever looked at J. Cole and thought, dang, he got that shit on though. So it's probably just that, nigga. Nigga probably just can't dress. It's not that he's humble. And one of the things that I find sad is that there was a classic album to be had here on The Fall Off, but I didn't get it. This album could have been so much more, but J. Cole blew it by being J. Cole. And Cole, I want to express, is not the only problem here. I too am sadly I just was not feeling this, and I think it's because I kind of outgrew J. Cole. These concepts are just too meh for me. I've heard so many great rappers and great artists at this point, but when I used to listen to J. Cole, he was the best because he was the only thing I listened to, okay? J. Cole was my ceiling of greatness. It was like, wow, nothing can go beyond this. But I was young, I didn't really know any better. Anytime I heard anything great, I would compare it to J. Cole because J. Cole was the ceiling. But J. Cole is no longer the ceiling, okay? I outgrew this nigga. But I find myself at a sort of dilemma here because I know that eventually somebody's gonna be pissed off and eventually disagree with me. See, I would like to recommend you something like Pink Floyd, you know? 23 minutes of echoes unfortunately might give a J. Cole fan an aneurysm. I don't think y'all have been exposed to music of this caliber yet. Y'all are not ready for this kind of music. And I know how delicate y'all J. Cole fans are. Dangerous in theory, but harmless in practice. Just like your favorite rapper. Unfortunately, J. Cole fans are like any other fan base. They fall into a tunnel vision effect where they just see their goats as being better than everybody else's goats. By the way, 23 minutes of echoes clear 1 hour and 40 minutes of this album, and that's just one song. But what do I expect when J. Cole is your ceiling of greatness? What do you guys even know about Marvin Gaye's What's Going On? What do y'all know about Pieces of a Man by Gil Scott-Heron? Do y'all know anything about Prince, Outkast, David Bowie, Kanye West, Jimi Hendrix? Like, what do y'all know about all these great artists, bro? Y'all don't know shit. I feel kinda bad for y'all. Because no matter what, J. Cole is something that some niggas might never outgrow. That kinda sucks for you, bro, because there's so much better out there. But, okay, if you wanna keep yourself down, that's fine. Ultimately, with all the different artists that I listen to now in my playlist, I just can't go back to Cole, bro. I just can't. I'm like a white girl after getting BBC'd. I cannot go back to Cole. Okay? There's nothing here for me. 8 years of waiting just to get Biggie and Tupac fanfiction? Listening to a nigga call himself the half-black messiah? Nigga, is Logic ghostwriting for you? There's a song here where he raps about how a fan literally met him and this was like the best shit ever for this fan. Nigga, did you just give me a watered down stan? Even Tyler the Creator already did this in Colossus. He was like 20. Nigga, you are 40 years old. Is that all the imagination you have? And the fall off is inevitable. Ah yes, remember this song? You thought I forgot about it, didn't you? I did. Anyways, it's just a watered down Rewind by Nas. Like, genuinely, just go listen to Rewind by Nas. Like, the rapping is way better. And I Still Love Her is mid. Common and Kendrick did it way better on I Used to Love Her and Gloria. And you know what? I don't really want to talk about most of the other tracks because they're kind of unmemorable, kind of they're passable. They come in one ear, go out the other. Not really much meat to chew on here. With each passing day, I genuinely get more and more afraid to re-listen to this album every time. Because every time I do re-listen to it, I just find less and less I like about it. If he could have trimmed this album down to 40 minutes instead of an hour and 40 minutes, and could have just kept the best stuff and gave us better execution on this music, there would be a conversation to have here. But after all the bullshit, I'm still feeling very generous for you, Cole. After all the bullshit, nigga, you put us through, I'm still feeling very generous. So I'll give you a 7 out of 10, at best. It's good, but it's not great. It's not outstanding, okay? Not quite classic album material. And frankly, I don't think it ever will be. I want to leave J. Cole fans with something that is just as exciting as listening to the fall off itself. But trust me, you're not even gonna notice the difference between this and the fall off. Okay? Okay. Now first you gotta close your eyes. Okay? I'm gonna count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now open them.